guess who just proved me fucking right? Guess who admits it's his account, but he lied to his followers yesterday, but it's his account from years ago. From years ago.
Keep in mind, that one girl was born in 2006, dude. So it was from years ago. That means you was talking to this girl when she was a minor. She's only 19 now, brother. She's only 19 now, Rich.
And I reached out to her, Richie Rich. I reached out. I'll find out if you were doing some fucking weirdo shit.
You are definitely a map. At the very least, you're a map. You're attracted to post-puberty females, just like Barry is. That's a fact. You can't deny it. You cannot deny it. Period. Just because they're legal to fuck, don't make them a legal adult, bud. They can't buy cigarettes, they can't buy alcohol. So at the very least, you are attracted
and then
to
something don't add up here, dude.
60 years old.
Something don't add up here. He likes guns enough to make a BB gun look real, but don't own any. And then I says the reason why he don't own any is because it's against them.
Him admitting that his BB gun is enough. That's all you ever have to do. I mean, that's your account. Those are the girls that you follow, which makes sense because you hate women. I mean, you want a subservient woman. And you're the type of dude that is all about stereotypes, dude. So you see an Asian woman, you think, oh, she'd be subservient. That's why you got all the little Asian girls on there. Because you want a subservient woman that you can tell what to do and will worship. Period. You don't want a real woman with a mind of her own, a personality of her own, the ability to take care of herself. Like a normal man would want. A normal man would want a woman who can contribute to the relationship. Contribute to the bills, contribute to the household. Not Richie Rich, though. Even Barry would want a woman that had a job and had some money that could pay her own way. Not you, Richie Rich. You want a subservient, stay at home,
10 times more valid.
Wash my feet type shit. You're a map.
I guess that's got to be Tim.
A map. At the very least, you're a map. Because that girl is.
Well, just to answer.
Listen, hang on. He admits I'm right.
It's about yesterday. I'm sure you guys have seen it all over the internet. The little piece where Austin actually sees a gun. It's a BB gun. It was a broken BB gun.
Now hold on.
The only thing I did was I took off the orange tip in order to make it look real.
If it wasn't your gun, if it was
all
made
in the
up,
garbage when I left the house.
How? You just
There was no reason to have it with me. But I do have a Louisville Slugger, and I do have some nice knives in case I ever have to defend myself. How you doing, Sonia? And as far as all these girls that Austin's saying that I'm following or whatever, they were from previous social media platforms like Tag, High Five, and I don't know if you know anything about the girls from the Philippines, but a lot of the girls look way under their age.
So,
yeah.
I'm going to explain.
Hold on. Even if what you're saying is true, Rich, understand what you're saying. I love you, dude. This is you being racist all over again, saying the N-word. Understand what you just said. It don't matter if they're in their 30s, which they're not. You can look at their birthdays. They look way younger. You're attracted to younger girls.
Keep this in mind. The sites he's talking about are sites where you would meet and talk to people. You'd physically text them and talk to them. He is admitting to talking to that girl from the Philippines. He's admitting to talking to that girl from 06.
You're attracted to the way they look.
Because Kick is just that. It's like the weird, obscure fucking messenger.
Yesterday, we're liars. We made it up. We created the account. Blah, 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 blah. But today, so, who's real and who ain't, Rich? You're everything we say you are. You're a creepy old man, period. Facts. You're a map. If you had friends, which you don't, at least Barry's got friends. If you had friends, they should watch their daughters, granddaughters, and all that shit around you. Because you're a creep. You're attracted to youth. You're attracted to young-looking girls, brother.
Keep in mind, it's went far from attraction. Red's just saying they're from Kick, guys. He is following them from Kick. Where'd you meet him at? Fucking dumb fuck. Because Kick, you meet somebody and you go over there to talk through text message.
Fucking sick, dude.
So where'd you meet him at before that? Oh wait, you probably fucking saw their Instagram, followed him, then talked to him and then going over to Kick and talking.
I mean, you're everything. I knew you were suspicious as fuck. Because the way you talk, man,
Thank you, Rich.
It's just off the hook. Talk, instead of being like, oh, I ain't doing that because I ain't getting caught up in one of these stings. You never know who you're talking to. Somebody that would never entertain a child wouldn't be worried about getting caught up in a sting. They wouldn't say it like that. They would just be like, fuck, not me. Not you, though, Rich. You had to go into detail about,
for some reason, their face hides it very well. They could be in their 30s and even, late 30s, and they still look like they're in their 20s.
It's not what they look, dude. Oh, my God, dude.
So,
birthdays,
that
dude.
account,
Jesus fucking Christ, dude.
however, is dead because of...
Keep in mind, you guys, he's saying this account is from years ago. That being the keyword. Years ago.
So you're admitting to talking to that girl when she was underage? Because she's just now 19?
Years ago.
Just now 19,
One of
buddy.
the girls he was following, which I reached out, I'll find out who's saying anything at all. Her date of birth is 2006.
I don't have a password for it. I forgot that a long time ago. And
See?
I don't
Long time
have any
ago.
means or any way to
What's
get
your
on it.
last post on there?
Yeah, I'm doing well. I'm doing okay.
It doesn't matter either way. I mean, I'm just curious. What's my post?
Just trying to clear up a little crap
Guys,
that was...
she is 19 years old. 19 in the year 2025. She is 19. He's admitting that's his account. He's admitting he was following him. He's now saying though that the account was years ago.
Which means you was talking to a true minor. Illegal. Like criminal shit. Criminal shit, brother. Worse than Barry Beamer. 100% criminal. Can't deny it. And let's get this straight. Barry wants him young.
August 14th, 2022 is his last post.
So in 2022, the chick would have been 16 years old, Barry, Rich. So you're admitting you was talking to a 16-year-old porn, somebody inappropriately. You're disgusting. I hope that the Georgia State Police sees this shit.
What's going on
You
yesterday?
own that you was talking to a minor and they come looking for you.
Think about this though, Rich. I'm glad you did this because you made me more valid in this world. In
Fuck
this
yeah, I
YouTube
told
thing.
you.
And I want to say something else. Think about he tried to pull every fucking stunt until he realized he couldn't get away from
Right.
this.
Yesterday it was all made up. It was all fake. Blah 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 blah. Wasn't his account. Blah 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 blah.
Probably should have kept denying it, Rich, because you don't realize what the fuck you just did.
That's what people like you. You always think you can talk your way out, and all you did is make yourself look even worse. You are owning talking to a minor, a child. You piece of shit. You are saying I talked to a child that's dressed like a little schoolgirl.
They think they got me, but they don't. They think I'm another Barry, but I'm not.
You are 100%.
You're worse than Barry.
Let other people see it.
How is it down there in Long Beach, California? Is it warm or is it cool?
The fuck do you think of Long Beach, you idiot? Jesus Christ.
In my case, everything can be simply explained, but the problem is that people assume instead of asking.
Explain how you were talking to a
You
Come
16
right
year
up off with, some blundering,
You explain it
garbage.
perfect,
Oh,
Rich.
God, no. Stay in the cool, man. Put the AC on and just go chill out. How's the humidity? I mean, it could be, what is it, 98 you said? 98, but if the
That'll make a
humidity
good
is way
story,
down, then you'll be okay.
YouTuber admits to talking to a girl years ago that was born in
Very good.
2006 when she was a minor.
Exactly, that's what it is, Sonia. Ugh. And this guy's been doing it for so long, you know, people are starting to believe him. But there's an answer for everything.
And son, you should be ashamed of yourself. You heard what he said. It was years ago. God damn, man. What kind of woman is okay with that shit?
When that account went down, my phone crashed.
He's admitting this was years ago, you guys. I want to pause this. I want to show you guys something.
Get it just to work again.
He's admitted this was years ago. He's admitted to talking to these people on Kick. He's admitted all this. His own fucking words. His own fucking live stream. He admits it. Now look. Rich220 Automotive. He's admitting this is his, right? Look. That is her date of birth. 2006. That means being years ago, his last post was 2022. I'll let y'all do the math.
I mean, it's disgusting, dude. I mean, it's truly disgusting. And what's more disgusting is you got a woman on here being like, "Oh, it's cool, Rich.
Look,
it's cool."
And I want to show something else. Girls. Renegade, you're cool with this dog? Look, hang on a minute. Because you're on here too, Mr. Renegade. You're cool with what Rich just said.
Keep in mind.
You do understand now that you are backing a fucking map, right?
And understand this. You need to go look up JD Delay. Is what you need to go look at.
Because he will be notified about you fuckers.
People like him is going to start picking up on Barry and Rich. We've been... I'm done with that conversation. Once Rich and Barry get on one of their channels, everybody that's ever said they're good people is going to be on blast. To millions of fucking people. We are sick of sick motherfuckers like this getting away with it and out here running around hiding in the shadows and shit. Fucking baby, fucking into kids, man. Into fucking kids. 60 fucking years old.
And it makes it even worse because yesterday I called him 55 and he goes, "I'm older than that." And then he says this shit. Oh, Guns. Now he's admitted this was his account. He is following those people. But they're from Kick, which is a platform where you can talk to people. He's admitting this account was from many years ago, such as 2022. He was following the girl that her date of birth is 2006, but many years ago. She would have been 16 in 2022. 16. Then he goes on to talk about the Filipino women thing. How they look younger for their age. If you weren't into young girls, why would you be talking to them then?
Why would you want them looking young?
Why would you want them looking young? Exactly, Guns. Exactly. Tell me that'll make your skin crawl.
The companies have a tendency to send updates, and the updates sometimes have problems. Like I was trying to do, was it something with the camera last night? And
like I said, if her account is still active, I reached out to her with Rich's picture, Rich's account. I hope, for Rich's sake, that she don't send me no screenshots, nothing like that of this fucking weirdo and her conversations. Because when I get shit like that, I have no choice but to send it to New Jersey Special Victims and let them take it over. So I hope and pray that Rich really didn't fuck himself hard. But I say that, and then in my gut and in my heart, I'm like, I hope he did, because he'll go to jail for and be very popular. Because even right now, he's admitting to following and talking to a 16-year-old on Kick.
it wasn't working properly. It kept like offering and all that other jazz, you know.
And I know a lot of you guys are old timers like that, so you guys probably don't know what kick is. Kick, again, is like the more seedy fucking messenger that y'all get fucking told to avoid.
I don't carry weapons. I don't have guns. I don't believe in it.
Now, that's something else I want to touch on. Why do y'all think that is?
Anyway.
He likes guns enough to cut an orange tip off of an aerosol rifle to make it look real enough, then to take a video of said rifle and post it with the caption, blah, 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 thing close to you, whatever the fuck.
You break into my house.
You break into my house type shit. But he don't like guns and he don't believe in them.
Can't be repossessed.
That's what I'm thinking. Exactly, guns. Exactly. Because I've only reached out to her. I'm gonna reach out to every one of them chicks on that fucking list. Hopefully one of them. Hopefully just.
Well, no, this man is a Mac. Is he ever been inappropriate? He's a self-admitted Mac.
Yeah. He just admitted he's a Mac. He just admitted he talked to these girls on Kick. He admitted everything. And Rich, go ahead, because I know you'll get on here like, that's not what I meant, da 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 da. Everybody heard it with their own fucking ears. Your words. Out of your own fucking mouth. Boom, bitch. Pedo.
To everything bagels this morning. And next thing I'm going to do is make myself a cup of coffee. And see how I feel after that.
As a matter of fact, you guys, do you guys remember the fucking, I can't think of, something 403? Cupcake Man, he was, as he's called on here. He's a fucking pedo. He tried to meet up with like a 13-year-old girl many, many years ago. He was a football guy, some kind of football YouTuber. That's where all the sting messages were on, was Kick. They laid out the whole case. They started talking to him on a place like Instagram. And then they moved over to Kick. So, don't you find that odd? Where a lot of those things take place on Kick, and Rich all of a sudden was on Kick?
The hell? Damn. I jump over the white at the garage
I wouldn't
door.
put it past him.
There was actually one in that list that I do know. I mean, I know her on a level from the social media platform that I actually know her first name. She goes
Talking to all these girls, dude. And only one of them he knows on a first name basis.
by the handle of, what the hell was her damn handle now? Anyway, her name is Ann. And she was about 30s.
Do you guys want to hear something fucking funny? Try to find it real quick. So Rich, he's doing tons of denying yesterday, right? Tons. On one of his fucking shorts, dog, he puts this post. Or maybe he put it on my post. No fucking way, dog. He took down his fucking short, you guys. He took down his fucking short. This is fucking awesome, man. Fucking Rich. Oh, I love it. Oh, fuck. Anyways, on one of these shorts, right? He fucking goes, I have never talked to none of them. That's not my account. But by the way, one of them, I do know one of them people, they're from the Philippines, and FYI, their husband or boyfriend is a lot older than me, and he's from the Philippines too. That'll creep you out a little bit.
37 years old. But she still looks like she's in her 20s. You know?
Think about this, you guys. Rich said he wouldn't fuck with anybody under the age of 47. Now he's admitting he'll fuck with a 30-year-old. Think about that.
And she is from the Philippines. She had a picture of her sitting there walking into a certain area, it was like casinos or whatever. And he had all these people with the, not turbans, but the Arab people, you know, they have the hair thing on their head. And she's sitting there in friggin' leather jackets and leather pants and boots. Like, talk about somebody that looks like they're out of.
Guys, I want to say something else. With Rich's logic about this girl, he would have been 26 when she was born. This girl is even too young for Rich, because this girl could still be Rich's daughter. Think about that. Rich would have been 26 when this Filipino chick was born. Rich is 55 or 56, however much older he is. I don't give a flying fuck. Because with the utmost disrespect, Rich, I know you're in here, you're a fucking map-ass pedophile. That being said, utmost disrespect over with. He is fucking old, he is 55, he had been 26 when this person was born. That could have easily been his fucking daughter. And he's admitting that gets his jollies off.
So they're talking about her dressed sexy at a casino.
Her dressed sexy at a casino.
I mean,
place. Literally. You know? So it's pretty much the same thing like my next door neighbor, who's 33, and the neighbor down.
Didn't know, Rich. You said that anybody under 47 is too young for you, which I agree with. So your next door neighbor's 33, right? Let's check that one out. I'm gonna say Rich is 56. I'm gonna say that. So we'll do 56 minus 33. Rich would have been 23 when she was born. Still too young for Rich. Still creepy as fuck. Not as creepy as talking to somebody at 16, which she's admitted to doing, but still.
not just admitted bragging about.
Below her, who's also 33 but has a kid. I talked to them too, but I talked to them on a platonic level. I'm not interested in somebody that age. Too young.
Y'all heard what he said, right? You caught it, right? Now, I want you guys, I'm not even going to say anything. Now, think back to when he's talking about Instagram and all this shit. Think about that. Exactly, Will. Think about all that, you guys. Think about it. 33 is too young for him. Listen to the Filipino chick thing, who is 30-something. He's admitted to talking to all these people. He admits it's his account. He's following these chicks. One's date of birth is 2006, folks.
Listen, look at the people Rich follows. He is not following anybody his age appropriate.
Exactly.
Everybody he's following is young. Everybody you are following, Rich, is young. Why would you be following them?
Some of the people on that old list are actually people that are what they call catfish. In other words, a scammer. Somebody's actually using somebody else's photo in order to try and get
You
personal
followed
information
it.
out of them.
Yeah.
You followed it, you fat, ugly, dumb motherfucker. Keep talking, Rich. This is beautiful. Beautiful, Rich.
Unsuspecting person. So there's a lot of that going around.
Next, you're going to come out here. Let me stop you before you do it. Next, you're going to come out and say you started following him accounts because you was trying to bust catfishes. You was trying to bust people. Because you didn't follow anybody your age, fat boy.
What the hell was that? Some of them are actually content creators. And then, you know.
Yeah, they're
AKA
porn stars.
OnlyFans models.
They're porn stars, man. You can look and see.
Yeah, well, there's a good reason to be nervous. I can't do a wheelie on a motorcycle, not when he's hitting the divider. That wasn't going to work. Sit down on a frickin' mattress trying to slide down a pile of garbage.
So, Dad, we have somebody in the chat right now. They're 39. They're going to send us some pictures of Rich and her's conversation. She's 39. Rich texted her flirting and sending photos of his cars, his chains, and himself.
She's more age appropriate than him, but there goes this thing. He wouldn't date somebody under 47 years old.
Exactly.
I mean,
It's dumb.
He also said he was very wealthy.
that'd be great if she has messages to that shit. Talking about catfishing people. Talk about catfishing people.
Morning, guys. So, if you're just now tuning in, go back to the live stream, watch what Rich has said. Rich has owned up to this, his account. He's owned up that he is following these people. He has owned up to the fact that this counts from many, many years ago.
Hold on. It's not, but listen, this is Rich's excuse for this account. Now it's his account, but it's from many, many, many years ago. Which, keep in mind, the one girl was born in 2006. So if he was talking to her in 2022, she was 16 years old that in 2022. 15, 16. That's Rich's words. Exact words. You can go back and listen. That's the problem with people like Rich. Think they're so smart they're gonna talk about that shit. All Rich just did was make himself look even fucking worse, dude.
I'm gonna give Barry props. Barry knows how he would look if he came out and said this.
At least Barry don't know shit. I mean, Rich should have just come out and said, "Hey, it's my account, so what?" Because here's what's going to happen, man. I'm going to reach out to JD Delay and him, and this is what I'm going to say to him along the lines. I'm going to be like, "Look, all right, how you doing, sir? I know you hate pedophiles. There's a 60-year-old YouTuber who openly admitted to texting a girl when she was 16 from an adult site.
Two people that I'm following are actually Pole Barn Garage and 2 Hex Garage. That's it.
No, you're not, Rich.
And I can post that at any time.
We don't need your new account. You just admitted that was your old account. You admitted to everything.
I don't believe he ain't been on since 2022, but that makes it even better that he hasn't. I mean.
That was stupid. Yeah, exactly. Dumb and Dumber. One got it in the groin, and the other one got it in the face.
Hey, Rich, most catfish people accounts don't have the same exact person for the same exact for many posts. So they're going 16 that you're trying to spin a web of lies. That's all her. Same person. Over and over. And you're admitting you followed her, you talked to her on Kick, and I hope, and I pray, Rich, that she still has those messages and she can send them to me.
I hope it's telling the truth that you was texting this girl when she was 16. Because let's get this something straight, Rich. You, in your own words, you make yourself look even worse than everything else. You go, a lot of them's in their 30s, but Rich, they don't look 30. You didn't contact them because you knew they was in their 30s and they was going to be your friend.
Because
these girls are dressed like schoolgirls. They're dressed and they all look young. It don't matter if they're 40 years old. You didn't know that when you texted them. You didn't know that. You're attracted to young girls, bitch. Plain and simple.
Because Rich, if she sends me anything that you've been talking from even before 2022, anything at all, every city, every state has special victims units. If I get all that shit that you were talking, if there is any, I'm going to send it to the New Jersey fucking Special Victims Unit. And guess who's going to be in some fucking real trouble?
I want to make a post today, man, and put it out. I never did like the Instagram thing before. I want to put a post today. I want to put Rich's picture on it, and I want to say, if this man, I'm going to say, please share this photo. If this man has ever contacted you, and you are a young girl or a minor, please contact Mako.
Oh, beamed in the head.
Full-Man Speed Shop. Please help spread the word.
Yeah, there had to be like a 1,001 shot from that distance.
I'm going to do one on Facebook. I think I'm going to do one on Twitter.
Ooh. Cute people in...
Somebody should do one on Kick and TikTok too.
About 150 feet to 250 feet away from one another.
Called Kick?
One's being towed by the front boat. And there's two guys in the back boat. The guy throws a can of, I don't know, I guess it's either soda or beer or something from the front boat to the guy in the back boat and nails him right in the top of the head. And it impacted so hard that it exploded, so that was a pretty hard throw. I don't know, you guys tell me, if I go and work over on the 57, you want me to go live or no? What I'll do is I'll do it the long way. I'll take number one spark plug out, put a screwdriver in there and turn the fan manually until it grabs onto the screwdriver. When it does that, it's about as close to the top dead center as it's going to get. And then what I do is I check the distributor for the position of the rotor.
Just like I said
to do, the timing marks on the harmonic and the tabs.
You're welcome, asshole.
You know, it has the A and the 0 on it. It has to be in between that. And then we could try and see if it'll run again. Get your Skippy. I haven't located another engine yet, but still looking. Gotta give kudos to Austin, though. At least he did actually research that.
That's what I'm saying.
But he should have known that I would never try to put myself in a position where I'd be.
You did.
You know.
And you just said you was talking to her when you were underage. I mean, you can't make this shit up. I mean, possibly send this shit to the Ohio State Police. I mean, Rich owns up to texting this girl when she's underage. He literally brags about it. That's how stupid you are, fat boy. I mean, you can't make it up. I mean, he owns up to the fact that he was texting her years ago. Her birthday's in 06. She was born in 06, Rich.
More need for that.
I mean, that's almost. I don't know. Let me kick this around in my head a little bit here. I'm definitely gonna do the Instagram. Yeah, I think that's what I got. Instagram and Facebook. I'm gonna get a picture of him. I think I'm gonna put a picture of Barry on there too. So if either one of these men have ever contacted you, and you are a young woman, please let us know. And I believe you would admit on camera that you was texting a girl that was underage. I mean, you are the dumbest one I've ever met, Rich. I mean, straight up, man.
70 people in here, 20 minutes after.
Can't make it up, man. You just admitted on video of talking to a minor, of following a minor. You at the very least, you clicked on her when she was a minor. From another country. She's not your niece, not your... You would think that would be enough to get him to at least come talk to you. But again, you would think Barry having a fucking shotgun, they would do something about that shit. I mean, it's like people like you and Barry slide by on all kinds of shit that average folks.
Well, I guess maybe I ought to go and make myself some coffee. Nobody's saying anything, so I don't think they'll miss me much. I'll be back in a minute. Make myself some java. No, I said java, not java.
It's only got 9 people following it, and none of them are anybody. But I did comment and let them know to come check out this channel. I screenshotted his TikTok and use it to make a TikTok on my other page for Rich. What he is.
You hear what I want to do?
Yeah, we're gonna start pushing this shit hard.
Listen, man. You would think that if the Ohio State Police, he admits to his claim to fame is he texted these girls years ago.
Yep.
He openly admits on here that he followed a minor. I mean, he openly admits on TV to following a minor.
Let's get one thing straight, folks. Would it really matter if it was a catfish? It's not, but if it was. All that would matter is the pretenses on why Rich texted them.
Right. What he thought it
Yes.
was is what matters. That's my point. None of them girls he's following is his age, not a one. At least they don't look his age. Either way, they all fit a pattern.
Nope.
But he's took it further than Barry with the shotgun thing. He openly, his excuse is this was years ago.
Someone said, "Be careful, Jack. He's got a BB gun."
I'm terrified. I mean,
Oh, back up to 13. Gotta wait a minute. My coffee will be ready.
if there was justice, and they would actually do
So
it.
what's everybody else doing? Anything
And take your words, what your
special
words
or
are.
anything in
You could
particular?
have all the instant coffee you wanted.
Just
where they would
average
mix
every day, go to church and chill out at home, have a barbecue, be with family, what? Oh, that's the other side.
If any of y'all have a TikTok and you want to fuck with Rich, his account is Richard Fuller. Fuller, however the fuck you say his stupid ass last name. Took a screenshot of that. Like so. We're good to go to make a video later.
Can you like? What I want to do is I want to do a split screen. I want to have Rich's picture on one and Barry's picture on each of it. And I want to put.
Help change that bit.
Please share this. If any one of these men have ever
Put
contacted
a clear over my head.
they are both minor
So the only
attractive
thing should be
people.
left is this.
Look, you would have
If you guys would like to help out with this, me and Ed are reaching out to like JD Delay here on YouTube.
Link is
If you guys would
stuff.
like, go over there and also let him know about Barry and Rich. Because if somebody, we can get somebody like him to like look at this, look at the smaller channel and see these guys, then they're fucked royally.
Okay, that's messed up.
I mean, Rich literally's excuse is worse than the actual action. His excuse is a crime,
Okay, back
a real crime.
All
You
right,
know what I mean?
There goes the lunch. There it is.
I heard him mention Renegade Buzz in the bathroom. What'd he say?
I didn't hear him say anything. He might have. I don't know what paying attention. I'm just baffled.
I think he's saying that we were fucking going after Renegade. Yeah.
I
And
didn't-
now,
I didn't
let
say
Renegade
nothing.
support you, Bubba. Let that happen.
This.
Look how that chain gets swallowed up by his neck fat.
I hope that girl that you talked about a minute ago sent a semester. I can just hear Rich on there bragging about what he's got, what he don't got. Oh, that'd be nice to have some shit like that put on here. Just to clown on your fucking ass.
Trying to teach her manners. And she's sitting there talking about, oh, word.
Teach your manners, huh, Rich? That's what I mean. It fits. It so fits, dude. Rich don't want a woman. He don't want an independent thinker. He wants a subservient being to serve him. You know what I mean? Fucking makes me sick, dude. Like it. But then I promise he would be like, well, I bring in all the money. I do this. I do that.
We know that's the case. That's what his son always said.
Constantly throw it up in their face, I promise.
Bruce, yeah. That fucking dude, I hate him too.
Don't need it then. We'll go on. Stay here.
Look at this. Look at this. Bro, your fake ass fucking RX, your generic wannabe Rolex, them silver chains you got on, them fucking fake ass rings. Look how he's dressed. Look at him. He's probably in sweatpants, you guys, with chains and rings on. Like who dresses like that?
I want you to keep this in mind. He's talking about going and working on a car.
Exactly.
So he puts his chains on and his big old watch on to go work on a car.
Where all that shit gets tailed up easily and cut off. I mean,
it's so he can feel important. That's what it's about.
don't worry, Rich, you're gonna need all that shit to feel important here soon.
I pray to God, dude. Because, I mean, this dude literally on TV, on fucking the internet, admits to texting a minor, dude. At least, at the very least, following a minor. I mean, but like I said, people like Rich, people like Barry, dude, they always seem to skate by, man. I mean, always, dude. I mean... Well, normal people, you know, get kicked in the balls all the time and shit. These motherfuckers, man, I'm telling you. And what ends up happening is people finally are like, fuck it, dude. I mean, nothing's ever going to be done. I mean, what the fuck's the point? It's a waste of energy. You know?
Well, I'm not like that, so.
I'm not either. I'm just saying, I mean, at the very least, I'm going to keep reminding people. I'm going to keep hollering from my soapbox, I guess is how you'd say it.
That's on his period day, you guys. Where you go next, Code?
And it's like everybody just glosses over the fact that just yesterday it was all made up. None of it was true. We made it all up. AI, whatever the fuck you know what I mean? Just less than 24 hours ago, it wasn't his account. Everybody just glosses over that. That the fact that he is a liar. How can you trust anything the man says?
Oh, that's gotta hurt. He ran a motorcycle right into a brick wall. Flew over it.
Oh yeah, well he definitely does. I think
what makes people do these kind of things.
Make the perfect Killer Park Boys.
What do you think? You're invincible or something?
Don't do that to them, man. Trailer Park Boys are.
At least he had a helmet on. Oh, was it on horse sake? He wouldn't have gotten up.
Yeah, the trailer park that they busted up here in Park County, the pedo trailer park they had up here.
Right.
You know what I mean? Yeah, man. Yeah. You heard me right, folks.
That's hot.
They had a
That's
fucking
like
pedo community that the Park County Sheriff's Department, it was either Park or Putnam, County Sheriff's Department went up there and busted up. It was a trailer park, dude.
Full of people like Rich and Barry.
Right. But these people was
Jumped
convicted,
from the third floor and landed
I had no
on
idea that
his
they had anything like that in our world, but I should have known. I mean, you can look it up, man. I mean, Park County, Indiana, you can Google that with pedo trailer park. See it, man. It's sad. It's fucking sad, dude.
He should have been dead.
Right down the road from a park and a firehouse where children are always at in the summer program.
Yeah, he's getting up. That's incredible.
Man.
You got lucky. Oh, that's where they steal the TVs from a appliance. Cops are like waiting to spring it on them as soon as they open the door. There we go. TVs? Not today. Wow, that worked out well. No.
Rich, you do not do good in the commentary field. Stick to your day job.
I've seen that on. Oh! Instead of throwing it backwards, you threw the bouquet dead at somebody's face.
What's the matter, Rich? Always the bridesmaid, never the bride?
Oh, so what we got in here? I see there's 8 people in here.
And Rich, I know you're probably watching, Bubba. You can comment, dude. Thank you for admitting you're a fucking pedo.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just baffled, dude.
That's way too hot.
And Sonia, I'm letting you know next time I see you on Rich's
for
stuff,
about a minute.
we're gonna check out your account. We're gonna let everybody know you're okay with Rich
Microwave
too.
too hot.
I don't know many women that would be like, hey, Rich, at your age, it's cool that you like to fuck with girls that look young. Because that's Rich's excuse. They just look young. I mean,
Nice and cool in here, though.
I just don't know many. I mean, I'm just baffled, man. I'm fucking baffled. Just when I think I've seen it all, dude. Heard it all. I mean. Sometimes I think the world it would be such a bad thing if there was a reset. I mean,
You act like you've never had a bunch of these people in existence. These people always existed.
they've always existed, man. But just where I've come from, people I've been around, they've never been just accepted like this. I mean, it's never just been like, hey, man, it's cool, man. You know. they've been ostracized, you know what I mean? Put on blast, fucking beat up, fucking.
Betrayed by employees.
Nobody would want Rich. He's only been with one woman his whole life, you guys. And it's not like you say, I've been married to one woman my whole life. He was married and then she left his bitch ass.
And she was 10 years older than him.
And he couldn't please somebody that was 10 years older than him. Keep up with her. He couldn't even keep up with her. Talk about having the world not know what the fuck to do with it. Look at that. No, you guys, I want to get a screenshot of that because that's gonna be the thumbnail for today.
Got his rings on.
Robert, I think, is the one that finally said what the show was.
There's that sexy mother.
That's from another. We're going to cover that next. Off it. Hang on, you guys.
That's down a ram motorcycle. Commercials. Betrayed by
Because I want to cover Renegade next in this live stream. Because I want Renegade to know who he can't deny who he's fucking with.
Commercials. Betrayed by employees.
Betrayed by employees.
Try this again. Maybe I can get this on.
Try this again.
There it is. First try.
There it is. First try. My name's Barry, and I like young girls. My name's Rich, and I admit to being a pedophile.
I literally admit to texting somebody when they was underage. My excuse is I did it when they was underage. That's his excuse. It's an old account, guys. I did this years ago.
So yeah, that's about the size of it. The thing that Austin looked up as far as the gun was concerned, he was right. It was a BB gun.
That you tried to pass
And
off
I
with a
got rid
real
of it
gun.
as soon as I left that house. I just liked it because it didn't look like it.
And it, if
You
I'm not
can't see
mistaken,
it
ain't
from
it illegal
afar.
to take the orange tip
Yeah.
off of a gun?
Yeah.
Off of a toy?
Yeah.
I thought it was. I thought it was illegal to do that.
Now, again, I want to state something I said earlier that makes no sense. He likes guns enough to cut the orange tip or paint the orange tip black to make it look realistic, to fool somebody. He likes it enough to do that, right? But he don't like guns and he's not for guns. Those two things don't add up or correlate at all. You can't do something like that and not like guns. You either like guns or you don't want nothing to do with them. There's only so many reasons why somebody would do what Rich just did and then say what Rich just said, and none of them are positive things.
You know, you couldn't tell from a far distance. You had to zoom in on those little tiny details in order to know it was a BB gun.
Like I said, yeah, like I said in my video from last night, any BB gun will look real if you cut the orange tip off of it or paint it black. They're for the most part, they're made to look real. That's why you have an orange tip, is because some kid back in the 80s, 70s, 90s, whenever,
The 80s.
got popped
The 80s.
because he pointed a fucking BB gun at a cop. But what the things that I finally deterred that Rich is, and that's not why I did that, Rich. I didn't want somebody calling the ATF on you because that was said fully auto,
Right.
and it being a fucking BB gun.
I'm doing you sort of a favor, asshole.
Because understand, you showing that in the context that you showed that is a fucking major felony for you. And unless you have the documentation to prove that you went to an FFL and paid the right permits or the right whatever the fuck they call them, charges to be able to own a fully automatic rifle. So you have semi, you have auto, which means happy switch. I did that realistically to protect my ass, so that way nobody calls and says, well, hey, look, I've seen this on this channel. This guy has a fully automatic fucking rifle.
Plus, man, to be technical, it's a mandate report.
Yeah.
It's a mandated report. If you know somebody is committing a federal crime or even a felony or a misdemeanor, and you don't report it, you have first-hand knowledge of it, you're just as liable as they are.
But I was sitting at my grandpa's last night and I zoomed in on the picture because I was going to go and make another video about it. To the deep dive in this. And I zoom in, and on your lower receiver, like I said, there was no serial numbers. No manufacturer stamp, no serial numbers.
That's the first thing you said. You was like, why ain't there a brand or serial number or anything on this?
There would be a brand or a serial number. Because understand, you can own the upper without a 4173. The lower is what you need to file a 4173 to buy and purchase. Because your lower has your serial number and all that shit on it. Your upper is just your barrel and your bolt assembly and all that shit. So his lower would have had some kind of stamping if it was a legit firearm. It didn't. And then I zoom in to your takedown pins, and they're an Allen and a Phillips screw. No AR, no platform like that would have takedown pins that are Phillips screws.
An Allen and a Phillips. I like that.
So let's get it straight, Rich. I did it to protect.
And it didn't have the charging cord.
I did it to protect my ass more than yours.
So I threw it out. But that doesn't mean I don't have a Louisville Slugger.
And I don't know everything. I got corrected last night on that. I should have known that the M4 wasn't part of the M16 platform, the AR-15, all of them. It's a totally different thing. I got set straight on that. I wasn't Richard like, no, I'm right. No, I don't know enough to say I'm right, but then I go, I'm wrong. And I'm glad somebody pointed that out because I would look like a bigger fucking buffoon than I already did by stating it. Rich would have wanted to argue the point.
That's what I mean. If
or a nice, wonderful
Rich
set of knives
was come out and
to protect myself.
Definitely proved me wrong on something, I'll own that shit. I'll be like, hey, you're right. I was an idiot. I'm an idiot. I look like an idiot. I'm wrong.
Rich, do you realize how close you have to be to stick somebody with a knife or hit them with a bat?
This shit cracks me up, dude.
And then what do you just said the person that breaks into your house was to have, because they're a criminal, criminals don't abide by law, that's what makes them criminals. So, criminal breaks into your house, he has a strap, you have a knife. Who the fuck do you think's gonna win?
I mean, people like you crack me up, dude. I mean, you really do. I mean, I got a bat, and you weigh 700
and just to recap
pounds.
Those,
your reaction time is that of a fucking water buffalo.
Whatever you call it, young or whatever.
I mean,
most of them are actually from the Philippines. And Philippine women look younger than they actually are.
There's birth dates on their profiles, you fat, ignorant fuck.
A lot of them are actually, what we had, they used to do kind of like live streams, but contests or whatever.
Yeah.
And
yeah. There you go. See, you was watching them be nasty. Like OnlyFans. Oh, geez.
See, y'all?
Christ, Rich. You just
listen
can't
to what he
stop
said,
talking.
though. Listen to what he said, though, folks. I want y'all to listen to the words that came out of this man's mouth to understand.
Yeah.
Some of them look younger. Look younger.
Right.
Look younger than they are. They look younger.
It's like, you don't understand what you're saying, buddy.
they would give you these points where you could use for something, or you could wait till you get to a certain point like YouTube and cash them in and get a check sent to you. So
you must think everybody watching your shit is as dumb as the ones that buy your shit, Rich. Listen to what he just said. Why he's watching these girls? The girls that look younger. That's my point. You're a minor attracted person. You're attracted to post.
And hey, dude, I went through their profiles. Why is there no mention of, hey, come to such and such live We're gonna be giving away points for you to win $100.
No, because I think also said a few of them was porn stars, like Asian porn stars. You know what I mean?
This guy named Gunny, he was in charge of it all. And a lot of those.
Listen to that name, folks.
I sent to you.
Listen to this lie and listen to this name. Just listen to the name.
You know where you got that term Gunny from, right, Marco and them?
Me.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's what I always call David. It's Gunny.
This guy named Gunny, he was in charge of it all. And a lot of those young girls, or whatever you want to call it, women or whatever, they are all in the competition. So they actually had to correspond with him, and we all
all in the competition. Now Richard's
the
judge of the competition.
Listen to this lie. Listen to this made-up story.
And you people following him and supporting him.
Yeah, some kind of game plan or whatever.
You ignorant fucks.
Well, hey, Rich, I'm sure you're telling the truth right now. So I'm going to type in Dick Gunny into my Google search bar right now. And we're going to see what it pulls up. I'm going to type in Dick Gunny competition.
Somebody needs to call the Jersey State Police. Say, look, I don't know if there's anything or not, but there's a YouTuber named Rich220 Garage. He openly admitted he was texting young girls. He got called out for texting young girls, Asian girls, following them on Instagram. Then his excuse was it was years ago. Well, years ago, some of them girls was only born in 2006. So at the time he says he was following them, they would be minors.
Well, you guys, if Rich was telling the truth, which the minute you did this quick Google search, it'd pop up. Also, competition mentioned. Huh. Buddy boy. Nice try. Dick Gunny. That's the fucking best fucking you've come up with.
I don't advocate violence against anybody because you
Do
can't
whatever we were going to do while we were
in
alive.
my opinion,
I had
I
done
would love
only
it if
one of
somebody
them
would just
prior to
his
that.
head.
And
Now, like I said, I don't
the
recommend
label
anybody
of
do
it was
that,
called the Sweetheart Battles.
but I would laugh my ass off.
And the person that I was in the battle with is not maybe not much younger than me. She was in her 40s.
Now he was in a battle with somebody.
Yep.
But there are a lot of young ones on there. Because you got all these girls they're all into the social media profile scene, and
Listen what he's saying.
you have all these young girls that are actually doing that OnlyFans. And it's not that I know anything about it because I don't go there.
You
But
lying.
I hear about
I
it,
just
and I'm sure
typed in
everybody else has heard about
Dick
it.
Gunny Sweetheart Battles Instagram. Shocker. Nothing popped up. There would be a trail. Everything on the internet has some kind of trail. There would be a trail that you could find if this was really true.
Unless you live under a rock. So,
Yeah, a lot of them girls did advertise.
Sometimes-
They was like OnlyFans models and shit. You're right.
What's
Rick.
that matter? You have made it a point to fucking point out the fact that you're into young girls. Because you keep, you haven't said it once. You haven't said it twice. You haven't said it 3 times. You have said it like 10 fucking times, Rich. The girls
My stomach hurts.
look a lot younger. They look a lot younger.
He says a lot of them are young girls. He just said that.
See?
He literally just said it. Most of them's young girls. Why are you looking,
you get people
dude?
that just don't even know what they're looking at, and they just add you or send you a message or whatever.
That's not how it works, fuckface. You're following them.
God damn.
You are following them.
Listen, Barry could probably talk his way out with the cops. If the cops would go talk to him about this, Rich would be in jail. Because Rich would try this shit here.
Everybody, dude. I'm going to find
God.
the New Jersey State Police and Special Victims Unit. I am calling them. I will post on the community page. Everybody call them.
I mean, this piece of shit, dude. I mean, listen to what he's saying, man. I mean, he openly admits.
And I don't respond to them anyway.
Jesus Christ, dude. All that matters is that you're a grown man and you followed somebody that was under the age of 18, bud. That's dressed up like a cheerleader, schoolgirl, whatever the fuck she's dressed up like. That's all that matters, Rich. No matter if you ever talk to them or not, that matters. That's what turns you on, bud. I don't care if you ever acted on it in your life. For me, the fact that turns you on makes you dangerous.
Trying to find a phone number, you guys, right now for Special Victims Unit. So I can post it up here. This man literally just admitted that he's a fucking that he is a weirdo.
You get called out 2 days ago for following young girls on Instagram. You deny it. It's all made up. Today you come out and say, okay, it's mine, but this was years ago. Which would make them underage when you followed a lot of them, Rich.
Because I already know the picture.
I said, everybody, if you can't find a Special Victims Unit and you're on this unit call right now, just call the fucking New Jersey State Police. Let them know about this live stream or Rich's live stream, for instance. They can go hear the shit for themselves. Humongous is driving around school kids.
Right! I mean, and that's the other thing. You work with kids that age, man. I didn't even think about that till you mentioned it.
You need to go to Cassidy Transit and let them know about this fucking live
Listen,
stream.
Cassidy Transit's a joke, guys. Go look at the reviews. Just go read the reviews, dude. They don't give a fuck. They want the money, dude. You'll read 10 reviews on there that says they wanted cash payment. My insurance is paying, but they wanted demanded cash for me. I talked to the owner. The owner was an arrogant asshole and told me to fuck off.
Age is just a number. I'm only 25, and I want somebody who's 60. Like, really? Why?
Yeah, I'm sure that's what you said. I believe that.
Betty White.
I can't believe, like, I'm gonna need to go take a shower at this because I just feel unclean.
Ooh.
Like, we need to go to church to get holy water, and I want to spray holy water all over my fucking phone.
Oh, sorry,
TV,
Graham.
myself.
If you go by words said, then Rich is 10 times worse than Barry ever has been. Because Barry never owned any of it.
So I can see the number changing up top, go from 12 to 10 to 8 to 9 to, so somebody's in here. No, why they don't talk?
Because they're watching you hang yourself, Rich. Because in all reality, if everything was right with the world, by next month you would be in jail.
So,
just from this broadcast.
Southern, you probably stepped out the minute you were talking about how young they were. And if not, I'll be sure to make sure she sees what it is and understands.
I can't see anyone being cool with this. I mean, but there is. I mean,
That's their way of being a keyboard warrior.
I'll be a keyboard warrior before I'm a fucking map pedophile.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
I'm gonna look up Rich's Twitter while we're here. See if I can find anything on that.
Yeah, there you go.
Fucking boy. Never seen it like
He stood up on the ground and tripped on it.
Admit, dude. To fucking. We need to make a video, dude. But all in there where he openly admits. That way, it makes it simple for anybody that actually does try to do something about it to deal with the shit.
Yeah, bitch, skip it.
Get him where he's denying fucking it's all made up, and get today the snippets out of here that fucking where he's like, it's me, but it was years ago. And
oh yeah, that's it.
people like
Put a
Jamie
mouse
Lacey,
trap
they
right
don't
on your
have time to
tongue.
go watching fucking a bunch of shit. I mean, they have.
The guy running past the 7-Eleven nude. Girl lit her butt on fire by farting. People do some stupid things, man. Oh, he was in Jackass, that's right. Steve-O.
And now he took his chains off. He must be someone watching us. Why
He
did you
did
take
some
the door
stupid
off?
things with those
You
guys.
put it on, then you take it off.
Shooting bottle
This is 3
rockets
hours
to
ago.
their,
Oh, okay.
what, stapling bottle rockets to their butts.
Oh, was the other one over?
Then lighting it up.
That's what makes
All
it bad.
sorts of weird
This
shit.
was 3 hours ago. Rich marked
But
this
you'd have to be
public.
insane in order to think of those things to do, you know?
He consciously, whatever the fuck he said, put this out.
This is how much I've been paying attention to I'm making my mind. So we was watching a different one a minute ago when he had his chains on?
No, it's the same one. Just this live show from 3 hours ago.
I got you. So he did put them on and take them off,
Yeah.
man. Sorry, guys. I mean, I'm just. I have good reason why I take this shit seriously, dude. People like him, dude, and Barry, man. They destroy lives, guys. They could. I'm not saying he has, but given the opportunity, he would. Barry 100% would. Barry.
It explains why he
They
backed
did
Bill
something
Cosby.
like a, what do they call it,
Right.
well, remember the old guillotines? Thing with a big razor blade? Well, they had him sitting down on a bale of hay. And what they did was they used his skateboard. And they had the rubber wheels on the other side. So, sit down, it looked like a, guillotine blade, but it was really the skateboard. And he screamed, and he didn't even realize why he was screaming, because it didn't hurt that bad.
What are you talking about, dude? Listen, Richard, somebody was to drop a 1 foot by 2 foot piece of plywood on the back of your fucking neck from 4 foot in the air, it hurt, bud. Just so you're aware, dumb fuck.
Oh, yeah, tell him what a baseball, that's
you
good.
never did no blue collar shit or nothing like that. You literally are dealing with disabled little kids every day that couldn't tell. A lot of them probably couldn't tell.
On a ladder. Climbing up a ladder without a spotter and too far out on an angle. That looks like a good recipe for disaster.
Told you that's gonna get hairy.
Boom, there it goes. Yep. Even a ladder's bent too.
Told you this was gonna be good.
Oh, how's your butt bone feel?
If the universe was perfect and just, a lot of people would be asking you that same question in a couple months. How's your butt bone feeling, Rich? Because your ass would be arrested and fucking dealt with. Just on your own words. Just on your own words. That was years ago, which means she was underage. 100%. So she's not the only one.
Yeah, get a brain freeze now. Hurts, doesn't it? That's gonna linger on until that stuff melts.
Why do you guys think that he marked this live stream public? I'll let you guys in the comments to fight that one out. I think it's that way he don't realize how bad he looks, and he looks fucking horrible. Like, he looks worse than Barry ever has.
What about Jackass? The revived episodes. Yeah, he ate a whole popsicle in like less than 10 seconds. Then he had a brain freeze. How long do you think that brain freeze is going to last?
Because he makes it perfectly clear. They look younger than they are. Look younger. And he's
I don't know
following
what to
them.
make of it today. I don't know if it's going to be really sunny or not. The leaves are blowing on the trees. There's got to be some kind of breeze out there.
Right? I don't think I've seen a Rich live stream where nobody was in the chat. Rich just plainly admitted that nobody was in the chat. And he has multiple, like, people are really disgusted with his actions and what he's saying. As they should be. Another instance of him trying to talk his way out of the situation, but making himself look that much more worse by talking. Like, my stomach, dude, and I can tell Dad's fucking bugged by it. My stomach is fucking turning. Let's even say.
But, holy
like,
crap.
Yeah. Like,
Call it save gas.
Like, Barry is bad. Nobody can deny that. But Rich just went into detail and said some things that, in my opinion, make him look so much more worse than Barry does at this point.
Look, it's like this. They're both the same. The difference is, Barry, you have the text he sent to these young girls. You have the nasty shit that he said, so you know without a shadow of a doubt. Okay? But he's never said, hey, I did that, I'm attracted to them, you know what I mean? Rich literally come on here, and Barry has never said they was underage when I did it. Rich has literally come on here and said, look, this was years ago, guys. I followed these girls years ago. And they was underage when I followed them. Then goes into talking about young, I mean, it just...
They applaud for the dumbest things here. Guy lit a cigarette off, another guy that actually lit a fart up.
Can you imagine if, like, can you imagine if that girl texts back a bunch of all of his text messages and they're worse than Barry's?
Barry could always come out and own this shit. I've been saying it for this whole time. If they would just own this shit, they're going to lose respect because
so
it's immoral.
Stupid and disturbing.
But Barry could still come out and say, look, fuckers, you don't have to like it, but I haven't committed a crime. They're 18. They're still a minor. They can't buy cigarettes. They can't buy alcohol. But, hey, they're legal to fuck.
Rich just took that.
Rich took that away. Rich can't say that anymore. He literally owns up to fucking literally his words. It's not even our interpretation of his words. It's his exact words. That he texted them when they was underage. He followed them when they was underage. He communicated when they was underage. I mean, can you imagine this clown in an interrogation with real police officers? Dude, he's done.
He's cooked.
Because he's not smart enough to shut up. Barry would probably ask for a lawyer and tell him to fuck off. Where Rich would try to literally talk his way out. That's why he left this public. He's trying to talk his way out of it. It doesn't matter that he spent 2 days denying, calling us liars, saying it's all made up, blah, 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 to today owning it. And going as far as to say, hey, this was years ago. They was minors when I did this. And then he makes up an elaborate story about he was a judge of a contest. And don't he understand if a special victims unit or a crime unit would take this shit seriously, he would be fucked because they could verify all that shit. But they won't, man, because people like to escape all the time.
I think we're going to get off of here when it hits the hour mark. The last one to say anything was about half an hour ago.
Rich, why do you think that is, buddy?
Trying to get people the benefit of the doubt, but...
Why do you think the last person to say something was that chick half an hour ago? I want to thank you for doing this live, Rich. Because if the cops don't take it seriously, or if nothing else, or whatever the fuck, the whole world sees you now for who you are. You can't deny it. I can confidently say without a shadow of a doubt, and you can't sue me for it. You can, but you won't win. You are a Mac. I'm not calling you a fucking a swing set sniffer pedophile, but you are a Mac. You are attracted to post-puberty girls. 100% spot on. Fact. Because the kind of girls you are following are not just regular old girls that's just living life. They're adult. In an adult category. What do you have in common with any of them girls that's that age, huh?
Explain what you mean by that. They're in an adult category.
That means they're dressed in provocative clothes. They're like OnlyFans models, dude. Or the equivalent of, or whatever. From what I've seen, anyway. I can't look at a lot of that shit, man. I'm not saying I'm above porn. I'm not saying that. But appropriate shit, man.
Why do you think?
I have a daughter that is older than that girl, man.
Oh, Shelly's that girl's age.
All right, folks, I'm going to get on out of here.
All right. I mean,
Numbers are dwindling, so
I can't
no
look at
sense
that
in me
shit,
sitting
dude.
here. Nobody's talking. Nobody's
I
saying
want to get
anything.
images in my fucking head.
I said my piece. Austin, good doing the research. I'm glad you actually did some research this time. Because, yes, that was actually a BB gun, not a real gun.
I do my research all the time.
Hold on, Rich. Us always doing our research before we would accuse somebody of something. I want to thank you for owning the account. I pray that the Jersey State Police, the Fed, somebody would lock onto this and take it seriously and at least come question your facts. Because once they question you and confiscate your electronic device,
you want to explain to people why you're thinking it for doing this? Because you're like, oh, he's thanking me for owning it. Well, why are you thanking him for owning it?
Because you admitted, Rich, in this live right here. Now, I'm going to explain again. I've said it probably 10 times and I feel like a broken horse. This is how the last few days have went. You have went from fucking denying it's all made up and none of it's true. Okay, that in itself is bad enough. To today, owning the account, saying it's yours, but instead of owning it and saying, hey, look, they're all 18 when I talk to them, you double down like a moron on the fact that it was years ago when you did this. They was minors at the time that you did this, Rich. That means you was communicating with minors.
And then he talks about the Filipino chick, but they look younger than what they are.
In an adult situation. You're not mentoring these girls. You was talking to minors who are advertising in an adult sense. Then you go on to really elaborate. You made it clear. Then you go into, well, they're in their 30s, but they look younger. Then you contradict that by saying, well, they're all young girls because they're into social media. You understand what you've done in this life. To normal people that see this, Rich, you can't come back from that. Some people might be willing to let the N-word shit go.
And they do look alike, but there are certain things that are different.
But I can't see.
And you were actually smart enough to actually zoom in on them and see that it was actually a BB gun.
And again, Rich, I didn't do that for your ass. And I don't care if you cut this out or not. I didn't do this to save your fat ass. I just saved my fat ass. Because if I can approve that result, I have to report you to the ATF. I wouldn't have had a choice. Therefore, that's why I looked at it even further, where I had to make that fucking call Monday.
Well, listen, we're not going to waste it. I don't want to waste anybody's fucking time. Listen, life is short and time is precious. I don't want anybody wasting their time calling the ATF on something that's bullshit. I mean, why would I want to bug them people that, which I'm not a big fan of the ATF, I'm not saying that, but why would I want to bug them about something that's false? It just, that's not us.
And as far as that other thing that you're talking about, Austin, with the young women or whatever, they were also part of a social media platform that I no longer visit. So that account is dead to me. I do not have a password to it. Therefore, I don't use it. My new account has 2 people that I follow.
Yeah.
What, Rich, what does any of it matter that it's dead now? Let's say we all believe you. What does right now have to do with the past, Rich? You did it.
And that makes it even worse.
It makes it worse because they was minors when you did it. They was even younger then, bud. You understand that, right? Come out and address this and spin this around, bud.
And it's only Pole Barn Garage and 2 Hacks Garage. That's it. Nothing else.
Anything you want to say?
He acts like any of this. I mean, it makes it worse. Everything he's
I
saying.
got tired of all the fake scammers and people trying to get a food card from me or, money sent Western Union or something like that.
See, hold on, stop.
And
right now you're admitting you was cocking because that's exactly what a lot of them would have done. Exactly what a lot of them would have done to you. That's what I mean. If the cops would do their job, because they should in this situation, they should have been burying a shotgun. But let's just fuck that. In this situation, Rich's own words owns that shit, dude. If they would do their job right and take his electronic device to CB,
right off the bat that they're fake. So, they're not real, and they're usually not those photos. It's not what you're seeing.
What does
it's usually something
matter?
Else. All right, well.
The point is, you clicked on that photo. You like that
have a good
look.
one. Bye now.
Yeah, have you ever seen Rich say that his chat was stopped bumping for 30 minutes?
You like that look? I mean, I don't understand what any of that has to do with anything. It's not them. They're not them. The point is, you thought it was them. You like that look. You clicked on that shit to follow that look.
Hear me?
You followed that picture. Who gives a fuck what there was in the computer? You thought it was a young girl, and in your words, at that time, an underage girl, and you still clicked on her.
That's my question to you, though. Hear my question?
What?
Fucking, I can't remember what I was going to say. Oh, have you ever seen Rich's chat?
Robert, I think, is
30 minutes?
the one that,
I don't know, but I
Kinda
never paid
said what-
attention. I mean,
So, Mr. Renegade, are you still going to support Rich?
look at it. What do you think?
Because here's the deal. You support Rich, you just seen what he said. So if you guys see this guy is in Rich's chat, Rich220's chat, he supports Rich. He supports him being a map in the young girls. He supports this. He's cool with this. Be sure to go over to Renegade Garage and let him know that he is cool.
How would your
supporting
sponsors
pedo.
feel about you moderating some guy's web fucking chat that openly admitted his excuse is he texted girls when they was underage, not that they're 18 and I did it. Fuck you, don't like it, don't watch. I mean, it don't matter.
the show was.
This man's a car salesman, dude.
Live stream, aren't you?
In his live chat, it's bots. See, buy me a cup of coffee. That's from Renegade. Check out my Amazon store. He's a shitty tool salesman.
I mean, my question to you, Renegade, what I want to talk about here is, you're an ASC certified mechanic, but you're still find out your last name. We're going to find out if you're ASC certified and what you're ASC certified in. But if you are ASC certified, why would you let Rich think that 75 pounds compression is good? Why would you let Rich think that putting 2 inch fast pistons in the engine
That's one
is
reason
good?
why I'm kind of wondering if I should be doing live streams or not. I mean, if a lot of people's not going to show up, it's kind of pointless. I mean, people do live streams for the watch time because it helps out.
No. Again, you're wrong. People do live streams to reach out to their community, to talk to the community, to socialize with their
To
community.
socialize with their community, to show them appreciation
Exactly.
for following them. Again, you don't care about your community or the people watching you. You care about
But
what
not if
money
people
you
don't
can
show
make
up.
and what they can do for you.
I mean, all the regulars show up that's been showing up, but for right at 20,000 subs, I should have more than 10 people showing up, if you know what I'm trying to say.
Then
Yeah,
stop
I-
buying bots, asshole. And further, you're a Barry Beamer. And now, I don't know how true this is. If anybody thinks I'm wrong, I'll withdraw. Did this man use the no-name nationals to build his platform and then just not show up? Like, make a bunch of promises that he's going to do this, subscribe to me, we're going to do this for no names? I mean, I don't know if it's true or not. Somebody mentioned it, and I don't know how true it is. I would like to know.
Not what I'm trying to get at.
I mean, before I speak any more on it, I would like to know. I mean, because if you did, like Barry did, that is wrong. You use an
And I
event to build
definitely
your
appreciate that,
platform,
Arnie.
then you didn't even
Just
go
like
support
I'm
the event and follow through on what you said
usually
you do.
always there on y'all's live streams. Like I always say, I try to support the people that support
Exactly,
me,
brother.
or try to support me, right?
Exactly, Bruce. He's supporting the map.
That's
And
why I
let's be
posted
clear, with
that
Rich,
community
there
post
is no more denying that he is a
about
man.
me,
He openly admits that shit.
some guy leaving that rude comment saying that all my videos are commercials. No
They
wonder
are.
I don't get any views. I should just give up.
Listen, man. If you want to beat your head against the wall, do your thing, man. I mean, you should do what makes you happy.
That's why
But
I
you
posted
are
that,
doing
asking
commercials.
everybody if you think I should give up.
I mean, you're not out here putting these tools to their paces, showing how durable they are, how strong the metal is, how good the gears are on the ratchets. I mean, you're not doing anything besides showing a product, talking about how it looks and feels in your hand.
Yep.
Talking about it's better than Snap-on or Matco. You are out of your fucking mind if you ever for 1 minute thought them fucking screwdrivers was better quality than Matco. How are you going to get the warranty on them when they do break? What do you got to do? Put them back in a box and ship them back to the fucking company? If they're lifetime warranty, at least with Snap-on and Matco, you could call the fucking company or your local representative and switch the shit out. I mean, god damn. You are.
I wanted to prove he's a fucking liar.
You're
too.
the ShamWow dude on crack, is what you are.
I wanted to prove he's a fucking liar too. And here's why I want to prove he's a fucking liar. He says he made a post. Should he quit on his community page? Before I pause this, any of you guys see a post? You see any post?
I don't want to give
saying,
up. I
should
got
I
a lot
quit
of time
YouTube?
and money invested in doing these videos with all the video equipment and all the money I've spent on buying the tools.
Let's get.
Hold on. So are you buying the tools? Because the videos I've seen, you said they sent them to you for free. So are you buying and pretending you're being sponsored by these companies? Well, I don't know how you can do that if you have a code.
He doesn't have a code.
Huh?
A lot of things you don't have a code. A lot of things it's just an Amazon link in the bio where you can go to Amazon and buy the tool.
Right. I've seen several videos where he has a discount code. So if he has a discount code, they've obviously sent him that shit for free. You understand what I'm saying? Or sold it to him at a discount. Like the one was that welder. It was go there and do type in fucking Renegade 50 or some shit, and you'll get 10% off or whatever the fuck. You know what I mean?
And here's the thing. You want to talk about being successful. You're bragging that you're not successful. Let's get one thing straight. I'm going to say this for the masses. I don't do even videos on my main channel to get rich and famous. Because I'm going to be doing them regardless. Why not put it out there and have somebody laugh at it?
Right.
Or just watch it. I'm doing it regardless.
Right. I mean, you're going to be working on it anyway. I mean, people
This
like
channel?
you and Rich crack me up. You guys get on here and you think, hey, I'm going to get rich and make a living off of this. Watch many big-time YouTubers from Diggs on down. They'll tell you you're not going to get rich off doing this unless you
I don't want to just
somehow
give
get
up,
lucky.
but if people are not going to watch, then what's the point? You know?
The point is you do it because you like it. You do it
Kinda
for the
depressing.
people that do want to fucking
I guess
subscribe,
every
the ones that do
YouTuber
want to
goes
watch.
through that. No, I kind of did.
You do it to build a community of like-minded people.
Right.
Who was that Gary guy? He's came into my live streams before, acting kind of weird with
Hey, Gary, dog, you come over
borderline
here.
rude comments, and he's done it on several of my videos. I
Look
usually
at
just
this.
delete them, but this time I blocked him.
You're a thin-skinned bitch, just like Rich and everybody else. You can't get through your head. You're talking about you want your numbers up.
Negativity like that.
That engagement in
If
your
you don't
chat
like my
will
videos,
get
don't
you
come over here and watch.
I mean,
And definitely don't leave a rude comment.
because you ain't the one, motherfucker.
You want to leave some constructive criticism, that's fine.
Here's what I got to say to you, Renegade. And I want you to slow down so you can hear this. What the fuck is your lazy eye having ass gonna fucking do besides back a pedo?
Right. You're going to block them. You can come into this channel and tell me I'm a toothless, dirty, greasy-haired fucking low
And Renegade, you
and
know,
I still ain't going to block you.
and Renegade, you know I'm on your ass because you've seen that I fucking looked at your TikTok. Dog, if you have any skeletons in your fucking closet, I will find them.
Because what you don't get, Renegade, is you see two dirty dudes here, but what you don't understand is we're not alone in this area. How do you think I find this deep shit out on people, bud? Because I know other people that help in their spare time when they have the time.
Claim to be ASC certified, but
This
ain't
is
telling
just
Rich is
close
fucking up.
time for me to
Right.
cut this down because you are making me hungry with them ribs.
So
Not even funny.
either you are not Rich's true friend, you're fake as fuck with him, or you're not an ASC certified.
I got an email from a YouTuber that's got over 300,000 subs saying that I shouldn't post. Well, he didn't really say I shouldn't post a comment like that on my community post. He just said I should ignore that person. Because
You should.
they're just jealous.
Hey, Renegade, I want to know something, dog. What's there to be jealous of? What do you have that isn't attainable? Because for me to be jealous of somebody, they have to have something that I can't obtain. Anybody can go to a Snap-on tool fucking person and buy a toolbox. Anybody can go on Amazon and buy tools. Anybody can go buy a new fucking Dodge truck. Anybody can buy a motorcycle. Anybody can buy a Harley.
I got one sitting in the other room.
So
I've been sitting in that same spot since his mama passed.
So
I mean,
here's the deal, dog. What are we jealous of? You have 20,000 views but only get 150 views?
you got 20,000 subs.
20,000 subs but only get 150 views? That's what we're jealous of? We're jealous of the man that's too big of a fucking coward to tell his friend he's fucking up. Is that what I'm afraid of? Is that what I'm jealous of? Because I can tell you this, dude. If my buddy was doing this shit, I would be openly honest with my buddy. I'm more of a buddy to Rich than you are because I'm honest with him.
Because all you've done is enable Rich to come out here and talk and look dumb as hell. 75 pounds of compression.
And now come into Rich's chat after all this shit comes out and start blocking people. Come into his chat talking to him. Because then all my subscribers, all the people that see this will start reaching out to places like Amazon, where you get a lot of your tools through, letting them know you're backing a fucking map like fucking Rich.
What we're telling you is any video you do, I can almost guarantee you that somebody's going to reach out to that company you're shouting out and saying, look, this man is a moderator for a self-confessed map. Racist map at that. Because there's obvious proof evidence that he's racist.
But it is what it is. Stupid people will be stupid, right? You can't fix stupid. You can work on it, but you will never fix it. That's just wrong. Just so you know, that's wrong. I need to put something
No,
up
what's
right there
wrong
where I
is for you
can't
to come
see.
out and call me a liar.
Chat.
When I have a cardiologist, he wouldn't lie to me and say, look, man, if you have a stent and a heart attack, you're leaving with nitro. You're not leaving the hospital without a script for nitro.
And you've had open heart surgery, right,
Renegade?
Renegade?
Coffee, and you're over there talking about food.
So here's what I want to see. I have never seen one.
Exactly, Robert.
And this is what I was this. I have never seen one, and I would like to see one. Show me your scar.
Listen, man, people have
I would love to see it, man.
people have open heart surgery for different reasons. That has nothing to do with a blocked artery, bud. Unless that's the reason you got your open heart surgery. But if you had it for another reason besides a blocked artery, which is why you get nitro for, in case you have a blockage. Nitro opens your arteries so the blood can flow, brother. So if you have a heart attack or a stent due to a blocked artery, which is what Rich had, you are not leaving without a script for nitro. Now, whether you fill it and take it, keep it on you, that's
all
up
the
to
people
you. Those are facts.
Not all the big channels.
There's one exception to that. Some people have a certain kind of heart condition where they can't take nitro.
Now he's gonna start talking about us, you guys. You ready?
Some of the big channels are big because of drum. The channel I'm talking about, over 300,000.
No, I can name a few that aren't big and that have never had no big controversies like Rich or even you got now or even Barry.
In fact, I could name a few, and I'm not going to.
Junkyard digs, pole barn.
I can name a couple that I'm not going to say like best friends, but I am business friends with these people. And there's more than one that they literally don't want any drama. They don't want any part of it. They have opinions, but they don't get involved. They don't want involved.
And he gets a lot.
As a matter of fact, they seen a dude like Rich and said, "No, we're not cool with this."
Because they're
Imagine with that many subs.
They want to focus on working on cars, doing their car content, doing what they love to do. They don't want to be involved in drama.
So I got a question for the chat. Oh shit. That's
Really
good.
fun day.
That's so good.
So that bitch, Rich220 is live right now, however. I gotta go get a coffee and a muffin first.
Bro, you are missing it, bro. You I'm gonna send you a message here in a minute, dude.
Robert, I think, is the one that,
I don't know where we are, but we're gonna do this. How many of y'all think that this man will be back to moderating Rich's channel?
100%. 100%. Look at it.
How many of y'all think that, and how many of y'all think that he'll just fucking walk away and be like, look, this probably is gonna get too deep. It could affect me doing tool reviews. I really don't need this.
That would be a smart thing to do. But it's not gonna happen.
So you need to agree with Dad and say that he's not gonna walk away. He's gonna continue to support Rich, or you can give your own opinion and say, yes, I think he will.
He will. This man will destroy his reputation. He will destroy what little channel he has, and everything else, and still get Rich back. Because I just got this ticket feeling. I just got a feeling. I could be wrong, and I hope I'm wrong. I hope the man's fucking a decent human being, but he's not, because a decent human being will come into somebody's life, call somebody a liar when they have no idea what they're talking about. Talking about, I had open heart surgery, they gave me natural surgery. What the fuck does that have to do with having a heart attack from a blocked artery and having a stent? What does your heart situation have to do with that situation, asshole?
Yeah, it's renegade.
That's what the fuck I want to know. What does your particular heart situation have to do with having blocked arteries from years of eating wrong, from abuse of your body, and having a heart attack and a stent put in, and your particular heart situation has nothing to do with it, dude. Not what you said your situation was at that time anyway.
I mean, he's backing Rich, which is a proven map-ass pedophile. So, I mean, my personal opinion, if I was in his shoes, if I was in Renegade's shoes, I would step the fuck away to save what little channel I have.
You can have heart attacks and heart problems from all kinds of different situations.
But I wouldn't be in Renegade's shoes because I would have backed away the minute Rich said the N-word. I would be like, I don't stand for this. This is wrong. I'm done. There's no excuse.
Anyway, you can have heart attacks from all kinds of different situations, dude. Rich's particular heart attack is my situation. He says he had a blocked artery and had a stent put in. The man would have nitro. Period.
Well, technically he's a bad guy because he's backing Rich. He's one of Rich's moderators. When you go in there and call Rich on his bullshit, he's the one that blocks you.
And then talk shit. Like these motherfuckers ain't got a life. I mean,
even after Rich came out and said the N-word, he was still backing Rich.
I mean,
this young girl shit comes out. I said it months ago because of what was it? I forgot where I found. Somewhere I found some shit where he's talking, or he's same situation. Renegade still fucked with him.
And but hold on, that's not why we're fucking with Renegade though. I mean, that's fine. You fuck who you gonna fuck with. But once you come out and start talking shit about the
successful,
the other channels like us, like Mako and other people, talking about if they would just fucking focus on their cars instead of you, they might fucking actually be somebody, get somewhere. For calling you a liar. Come into your life and call you a liar, but nobody block you for that shit. Call us a liar. When I get back to the heart doctor,
he didn't come into our live and call us.
Oh, okay, but
anyway, he was in Rich's live.
Whatever, my bad. Anyway, when I get back to the heart doctor in a couple months, I'm gonna get the heart doctor. I'm gonna talk to him in the room and show where it's him, and put this shit to bed once and for all. If you have a blocked artery and you have a stent, you're gonna have nitro.
So I don't think you've been here this whole time. Rich admits to being a map. He admits that he likes young girls. He admits that account is from years ago, 2022 to be exact.
That's his excuse.
That's his excuse. That one girl's date of birth is 2006.
That means in 2022 she should have been 16 years old, 15, 16 years old.
And then he's like, it's not a crime because they just look younger. Look younger. And then Dad, what do you say later on after that?
I don't know.
About the, you don't remember the sweepstakes thing? Or,
Oh, he comes up with an excuse, said he was helping judge the sweepstakes, and they were sending him gift cards. But then he goes into he stopped fucking with that account because everybody wanted him to send gift cards, and I mean it's
think about
different days.
But where they're young, they're into the social media.
Yeah. He goes into a spiel about how they only look young, but they're all over in their 30s. Then he goes into a spiel about how they're all young girls because they're on the social media. I mean, you can't have both ways. I mean, you can plainly see most of their birth dates. I mean, come on, man. He would have been better off to come out and say, look, they're 18.
And this man's his mod. This man blocks you when you go in there. So he is down with the clown and okay with him being a map-ass
I haven't
racist.
seen him since I was about 17, 16.
Let's see here. We'll go back to Rich's account. Let's do one more video and then we will close this out. We've been going for over 106 minutes. Here we go. Let's do this. See what this is about.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to my channel, Rich220.
I mean, the most important thing is, I mean, Rich's excuse is saying that he committed a felony in 2022.
Yep.
I mean,
anything you want to say, Dad? You know, he's on the screen right now.
I don't know what to say. I mean, my stomach hurt. I feel pretty. I just feel sick.
20.
I thought he would come out. I thought he'd do a 69 or come out and say, "Hey, they're 18." This man literally says, "I ain't fucked that account in a couple of years. This is old shit." That means you followed that little girl when she was 15, 16 years old. You understand that, Rich? I mean, seriously, do you understand what you said in that live, man?
The passenger side.
That means when you was at least 50 years old, you was looking at young Asian porn stars, OnlyFans models, and you followed that girl when she was 15 or 16 years old.
Straighten it out a little bit, and scrape the old oil pan gasket off. Actually, on the engine block, it's not on the oil pan. So it's got to be scraped off, cleaned off, and I got to replace it with another one. Or
if I was that little girl's daddy, dude, and I ever found some shit like that out, dude, I promise you
so
this,
it's going to be
buddy.
a little bit of a
Me and you would have a face-to-face that I would walk away from.
time video. It's going to take some time in order to do this. But let's get started right away, huh? So, I actually found out a couple things on the car that because it's not...
Exactly, Don. He's a fucking creep. And he proved
The
it.
old timing chain right there, it's off. That's something that you guys didn't see.
All he ever had to do was come out and say, look, they're all 18. What's the matter? Yeah, you look like a creep, and people's gonna think you're a creep.
The actual head is on the car again. The head gasket has been replaced on that side. I still got to do some cleaning out in the middle, and then I got to take the other head off, and I got to put that in the clean sink. So I'm not going to do the push rods today. I want to make sure I get that middle section cleaned up better than what it is, so that way it doesn't have so many problems when it's running. Because when you leave it like that, it causes a lot of issues. And
you take all that grit and grime and you wash it down into your oil galleys, fat boy. That causes issues when you go to start on your new bearings. I mean, you're a fucking idiot. You're just a well-rounded idiot. This is why Barry will never address the young girl thing, because Barry is at least smart enough to know there is no good answer. If you come out and say they're 18, you're still a creepy old man. If you come out with some bullshit it was years ago, that means they was minors when you tried to talk to them. I mean...
Yeah, the funny thing happened the other day when I was taking the timing chain out. Apparently, either the manufacturer of the car or the last person to work on this, I'm not sure which. I think it might be the manufacturer because there's actually stamped numbers in the top gear. But it's quite possible that they actually put the bottom gear on backwards. I'm not seeing a timing marker. In other words, that little dot that goes on the top and on the bottom. The top gear hasn't, and it's pointing down. The bottom gear does not. And the only way that you can correct that is by turning the keyway to 2 p.m. And that will bring it back to top dead center.
I don't know.
Maybe a 2 off or whatever.
I don't know. I can't picture it keyway. It could be. There is a certain way where that keyway is going to be, where that mark's going to be straight up.
Stuff that I did already.
I don't know.
Wasn't the engine work?
You know, the gear goes
But hang on. All this would be just stupid anyways, because you would just put it right back in the same spot that it came out of. You would spin it to where it matches and pull it apart.
He's saying there is no dot on the bottom. He goes, there's no dot on the top and the bottom of the gear. There wouldn't be a dot on the bottom of the gear. There would be a mark on the top. On the gear, in one spot, there would be a mark on a factory timing chain. And yeah, you would line up. But he's saying that from the factory, they must have the gear on backwards because you can't see the mark, blah, 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 blah.
For the car,
You think you would show the gear?
I actually did a lot of body work on the side. Now, there's still some...
You guys see a lot of body work there? I mean, look at that fucking fender. Look how wavy and denty it is. It's fucking denty fresh.
Dude, that fender was wasted.
Got to be done. I'm looking at this right now.
I'm shocked it looks as good as it
Still
does.
got to be fixed. It looks garbage. I'm probably going to take this off once again and strip it down to bare metal.
I mean, he's got the bottom of the fenders is so rotted that he's got it wired on with the number 9 wire.
I like it the way it looks. The door in the back is a little bit ratty, but at least now it's not half missing. There's actually metal on there, so it still needs a little tweaking here and there in order to make it look better. But for right now, you know, it actually kind of looks like a door.
And I start tearing into it. I find repairs like that I had to take apart because you motherfuckers make it so much worse for the guy that's actually going to try to do it right. You guys do this dumb shit to these fucking cars, then somebody else gets it and they're going to do it right, and now I have to take out all the bullshit you did to it and start over.
So hang on.
Double the work because of you.
So I want to get this out of the way because I have a feeling once this live drops, we're going to be back on live. Once this is pushed and put out to what Rich exactly said, how many of y'all out there on my status question too? That's why I sit next to me. How many of y'all think that Rich is going to come on and say, "Wait, that's not what I meant at all"?
100%, 110 fucking percent, dude.
That we're trying to twist his words.
Right. I mean, because here's what I'm going to do, I'm going to try to come in the house early enough tonight to do it. I want to get a picture of him and a picture of Barry. I want to put it in the split screen of my phone, and I want to figure out how I'm going to word it. I want to word it along the lines of, if either one of these two maps have either ever contacted you, made you feel uncomfortable, or said inappropriate shit to you, and you are a young girl, please contact, I want to make sure Jeff's okay with that, please contact Mako, Poor Man's Speed Shop. Please let us know. If they haven't, watch out for these two guys. They are
This piece was also rotted out.
And I want to share
I
on Facebook and say, please share.
Metal
The more people that
and
see
got it
this,
to
get
go
this
up
out there,
underneath the
the
windshield,
community will be.
underneath the molding, underneath the windshield, and I've checked it. It's underneath there. It's underneath the dash. So, she's in there. And then I had to seal it up, so I had to do that. And then, well, let's see.
Hey, Rich, you had a neck here. Barely.
This side's still not done yet. I'm sorry, I gotta carry this with me because I don't trust the, why is this
So
thing
basically,
cockeyed?
if you believe what Rich says, his excuse.
So it still
I
looks
doubt
like
it.
I still gotta do some work down here at the bottom.
He's texting a 16-year-old girl.
See if you can see it.
Someone said, can a split screen capture that much ugly?
Maybe I can do it. Maybe I'll do it in 2 separate ones, but
Yeah, you can see the
I'm
bottom
going to
of
get to it
it.
over the next few days.
That's all gotta be done.
I am going to do it.
This has to be leveled, flattened out a little bit
Because
better.
maybe, just maybe, that would reach somebody that they have contacted
see.
that's local or that would be willing to
Actually
step up
did
and say, I was a minor when they got
do
hold of
the
me
work
and
in
they
the
did
trunk.
this, or-
There's a piece of metal in there now that's actually closed off the rotted area. And I know it's a little premature, but
Not that I have a huge
She
phone.
has.
It probably won't go nowhere, but I'm going to give it a shot. Might as well.
chrome exhaust tips. So, it makes me feel like, sometime in the near future.
The car don't run, but we're going to. Car don't run, but we got chrome exhaust tips.
Calm down, Barry. I'll put some windshield wipers on.
This car will run, and it actually will run. It's not a matter of a feeling.
Foreshadowing, folks. Never happened.
I'm going to get it to go, but it's just going to take time because I don't have a garage to work on it. I work on mine outside.
I work on most of mine outside. I mean, what the fuck does that have to do with anything, man? I mean, I did a complete. I'm doing another.
I don't have those luxuries that other people do. So,
God damn.
Hey, Rich, come at me, bro, when you're in a fucking tin metal fucking pole barn in 101 degree heat, sweating your ass off to build a car. We ain't built the same, dog.
No, listen.
I'm doing the best I can with
People
what I
like
got.
people, it's always something. It's gonna be they don't have the right tools, that they don't have the right
in
equipment.
the fuck?
I mean,
What is all... is that cable wire? What the fuck is that?
Clotheslines, it's ropes and shit. Looks like to me.
Like he's got a rope running this way, a rope running back to the tree, a rope running from off camera to the house, it looks like.
I mean, I guess they're maybe running extension cords along, keep them off the ground. I don't know, because they're all cracked open and split. I mean, I don't know.
What the fuck?
I mean, you heard what his neighbors said. I mean,
And,
they had to do privacy fence because
That's
they
all I got.
destroying their property.
I'm a divorced man. I'm paying my own mortgage. I'm paying for a truck pay.
Okay, look, I want to talk about that for 3 seconds. Look, Rich uses that excuse all the time, like in these earlier videos. I'm a divorced man paying my own mortgage. You all know he told his ex-wife had a decent job, and he told her to quit and stay home. She could be a stay-at-home mom with her son, and he would pay all the bills and shit. So even when he was married, he was paying all the bills.
Don't forget. And throw in her face the first chance you got.
Yeah, and then they would argue, and he would be like, "Bitch, I pay all the bills. You don't work." But she had told her son literally talks about that, dude. That exact situation, dude, in an email. I mean, her and Rich go out to the bar and shit, and then he would want to jump her ass if a dude talked to her. I don't know how many of y'all ever ran a bar scene, but dudes are going to talk to the woman you're with, probably. You know what I mean? I mean, it's probably going to happen, especially if you walk away from her when you're in the bar. I mean...
And think about this. Think about this, you guys. That's why in Mako's Live, when I mentioned that, where it's like, you don't know the full story.
Right. Right. It's 100% true, dude. I mean, I wouldn't come on here and talk about something in a definite
Every month of
fact,
$4,500.
if I didn't believe wholeheartedly.
Look, I can do this.
Yeah, Jerry, this is an old video. This was from like 3 years ago.
If I didn't know for sure it was true, I would be like, in my opinion, I
But-
think, I feel.
Jerry, I don't know if you were in here this whole live stream. If you want to go back, Rich owns up to being a map, being into young girls. He literally admits that was his Instagram but he hasn't used it in many years, since 2022. That one girl's date of birth is 2006, so that would put her at 16 when Rich was last on that account, supposedly.
According to him.
According to him. So then he admits that the Asian girls look younger than what they are.
But then goes into they're all young girls because they're into social media. I mean,
most of the time I'm at work, so I don't have
that's
time
what's
to
so
do this.
scary, man. I mean, you bust around
Really?
in,
So-
in a minivan, but you bust around disabled kids, man. And not all disabled kids have physical handicaps, man. You are attracted to post-puberty girls, man. Yet you're busting around possibly post-puberty girls that can't even communicate right if you was to be inappropriate with them. Think about it. It's my ex-neighbor situation. It's a Coop Rider situation all over again, dude. I mean,
That's what I do. I pay my bills with that. I gotta go run inside. I want to get these push rods. I want to see if they're going to be.
Think about how many times he mentioned his mortgage and how things weren't getting done because of his mortgage. He wanted y'all, because a lot of you guys came over from Rich's account, and then you saw his shit and you stopped following him. He wanted y'all to fucking start sending him money.
Yeah, he's basically in John Wilbur's live. I think Wilbur, right?
Yeah.
In his live, he's not coming out and saying, "Hey, will somebody help me with my mortgage?" He's basically in there though, talking about hoping people's going to help him. He says it. There's video someplace of Rich sitting in his house saying, "I wish people would send me some money and help me. Nobody's helping me do anything. I'm paying all this on my own."
To the point where in that live stream, the two guys that were hosting live stream had to say, "Look, we're not talking about this no more."
Right. Well, John was trying to help him, but Rich kept lying in that live stream, talking about it's his ex-wife's fault, his mortgage is where it's at, this, that, and the other. What he's not telling everybody is the mortgage company did a loan modification for him. He even admits it. But when you do a loan modification, there's a contract. Whether it's, we're going to modify your loan, but for the next 6 months you make this payment here. Whatever the deal is, the terms is. Rich didn't keep the terms of his end of the contract, so it fell back. It came out of that modification, went back to the original terms because Rich defaulted. He admits it. I mean, but blames his ex-wife and everybody else for this shit.
Look how he dresses. Rich, is it because you're so fucking fat you can't get clothes that fit right?
Most people like Rich dress like that.
What do you mean?
That's what I said. Most people like. That's all I'm gonna say. Most people like Rich dress like that. They all they wear is sweatpants, lounger pants, fucking. It just isn't like it. It takes a lot of corduroy to make a pair of jeans that way.
Like you and Barry.
Well, Barry's just lazy as fuck. I mean, that's just. I mean, he's not as big as Rich is, fat like that. But Rich can't just go into Walmart and buy a pair of jeans. Oh, he might be able to these days, but I doubt it. I mean,
Let's fast forward.
you gotta understand, man. He's fucking like 5'2" and weighs over 250 pounds, right around 250, 300 pounds. I mean, he's big. I mean, there's no. Listen, man. At Rich's weight, if he was your height, he would be built like Chucky. But his height is what makes it better.
Okay, so we got
Not that
new
you didn't
timing
give me
chain
help, but-
and gears. We
Ooh.
have a brand new
Oil filter.
and the correct one
Oh.
oil filter canister
Woo!
cartridge. Then I got wires, and I got the push rods here too. So I'm gonna put them up there.
Yeah, hell yeah, them was kept in order, wasn't they? Fuck yeah.
There's still a whole bunch of stuff inside.
Which means you didn't keep the rockers in order either, right?
These are spark
Right.
wires.
You're awesome, Rich.
Let's see.
And you got an ASC certified mechanic following you. You're your best buddy. Bullshit. I call bullshit.
Yep. 8,
Air
16.
conditioning, Dad. Air conditioning.
I just want to see that they're going to fit and there's not going to be a problem. What's down
He
there?
might be ASC certified, but he's not ASC certified in auto engines and transmissions and shit. And if he is, then that makes it even, he's even
Dad,
worse.
so
He's
Air
even a
should
worse
fit.
person than what I thought. Because if he really is, and he's let Rich beat his head against the wall like this,
Got
he
all
is a
these
bad
rock-
person. He's a truly bad person.
Rocket
He's
arms,
worse than
which
Barry
they're
Rich,
not.
if that's the case.
Dad, air
They're
conditioning.
not torque
Air
fans,
conditioning.
so-
It's almost like fucking air conditioning.
And when I get done cleaning them, I want to make
Like
sure
it or
that I
not,
get
man,
each one of these
People like us are better friends to Rich than the people that's following. That
with
if the
oil.
people that's following have auto
So
mechanics,
that way it doesn't
knowledge.
smoke and I don't have a problem with anything breaking down.
Because if you're following Rich and you're an ASC certified mechanic with all the knowledge in the world, and you let him do the things he's
I
done,
want to let you guys. I'm gonna lay some knowledge on you guys. Just because you clean the said sludge out of the engine does not make it where you're not gonna have problems with that engine, and does not make that engine a brand new engine. Rick's like, I cleaned the sludge out of it so that way I won't have any problems further with this engine.
Listen, and what Rich is not, and people like Rich don't get, he cleaned the sludge out of the engine, but that valley has oil galleys in where your cam goes.
But
and
the
there's
funny
other-
thing is,
all that, not all the sludge, but a lot of that sludge is washing down in the oil galleys in the passages. So,
but here's the funny thing. Cleaning the sludge does nothing for your cylinders, which are pretty much what makes car go vroom.
all the cleaning in the world ain't gonna ever make you got better compression. Ain't gonna, in fact, the way Rich cleaned the engine, like I said, it's actually worse on it.
So you guys want to see something fucking hilarious? Dad, you know what I'm gonna show him?
I mean, I guarantee Rich didn't take like earplugs and like wad them up, stuff them down all the oil galley holes and shit, and then rinse it out. No, he just washed it out and it just, I mean, nuts.
Did you all see how Rich measures fucking cylinder? Go check out my fucking short, you guys. He literally uses a tape measure to measure the size of the cylinder. Not all how you do that. Ah. Oh no. We have the fucking Rich detective in on us.
Yep, man, between 2:30 and 5:30 every day, dude. Every fucking day. You say it's only this TV too, it's not none of the others?
Yes, this one.
I don't understand it, man. What if it's because it's the main one? Well, you would think if it was the modem doing it, it must be the Chromecast doing it. Because the modem was doing it, it would affect the other TVs. If the Wi-Fi was doing it. Maybe
I don't know, I got a smart TV, so I don't have to worry about it.
well, you would if the Wi-Fi kicked. If it was the Wi-Fi restarting.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Autonomous. He literally measured it with a fucking tape measure. I guess Rich has never heard of things like a fucking micrometer.
There. And we got two
First
more.
of all, how are you gonna I want Rich to go on live and answer this question for me. How would you ever get a precise measurement with a tape measure measuring the outside of the cylinder?
I'm just measuring the top of it.
Yeah.
How cylinders have a taper, bud. I mean,
Which is what Rich should have done. Rich should have pulled all the pistons out and measured bore taper.
at
Which
the
would
very,
tell you how wide the cylinder is.
At the very least, he should have made sure all the pistons matched.
For that side, so and two more
Same
for this
weight,
side
same
and
mass.
8 more for the other side. These have all been re-cleaned and everything else. I've scrubbed all the
There's a
sludge
reason
off.
the engine is balanced.
And the next thing I got to do is take this head off. This one's already got a new head gasket. And let's see, why does that look like it's a little bit bigger? Yeah, maybe not.
You guys are fucking awesome.
Anywho,
Somebody goes, somebody goes, he's going to make wooden pistons. Another one said, 4 5/8 good enough.
So I gotta put the last two in on this. Which I might be able to do from here. I just want to make sure they go in. The bolts up top are not tightened down, so just to make sure that there's no issues. Okay.
Let's skip forward a little bit, shall we?
And out, and then this is their timing formula
like
way that you get.
61,000-mile motor. Look at the top of the other head.
This won't be until after I'm done cleaning, like I said, the under carrier area for the lifters. Push rod.
Under carrier for lifters. You mean the lifter valley?
These are all going to go back in there, and then these got to be tightened down to specs. And you don't do it like this and this and this. Is their timing formula way that you got to do it. So that side
You mean
it's got to be cleaned first.
Now you can talk about the engine thing.
Does that look like 61,000 miles to y'all? So that's Rich's claim. That's only got 61,000 original miles on it.
161,000 original miles, you mean?
And the only way that the car's got 61,000 miles is if they actually captured a dinosaur and stuffed it down in the fucking engine and ran it off the dinosaur.
161,000 miles, maybe?
That's what I mean. All that shit, man. Think about that, dude. Running down in all them lifters and shit. I just washing it, making it thin. It runs down in all the lifters. All the oil.
Being taken out. And then you put it back in, you tighten it down. I'm going to take these lifters out of here. And I'm going to do them one at a time. Clean them up.
At least he's doing them one at a time. I'll give him that.
Okay. He ain't doing shit. Think about it. He if he's doing what he says he's doing, he's already
up and refine them and put them back in. And back there, I'll have that cleaned up shortly. The actual head surface and the block surface where this head is on is actually clean. I took a wire wheel to get rid of the old gasket, a soft wire wheel, not a hard one. I'm not going to do a grinder. I'm not stupid. But
Not stupid, folks.
I use a grinder and wire wheel all the time, buddy. It's on aluminum block. You'll be alright.
Hey, Dad. I love how you said the surface has been cleaned. Not that I've checked it for cracks. Most people, when you're doing a head job, you know.
You know all about that, buddy.
Right.
Teach us more.
Remember, fat fuck, you're gonna be underneath the car today.
But have you figured the secret of not getting messy yet?
Go fuck yourself. Anyways, most of you would clean the surface of the head and the block and check it for cracks because it's an old engine. It's like, oh, I just cleaned the head and threw it back on.
I mean, everybody knows why Barry keeps side shields on his glasses.
gasket's on there. It's ready to go.
From Ryan.
None of the bolts are torqued down. They're just like hand tightened. So if I have to move this or whatever, I'll be able to do that. And then after all this goes back together.
Wait, hold. If you have to move what? Rich, it's a cylinder head, buddy. There's locating dowels on the block that literally locate. That's why they call them locating dowels. They locate and place the head where it is the only place it's supposed to be.
Listen, the only reason anybody would ever put a cylinder head on a motor without torquing it down before they went any further is if they was mocking the motor up. If they was just mocking the motor up. Rich is putting the motor back together and don't have the cylinder head torqued yet. In one video,
This exhaust manifold will go back on.
It's great. I mean,
Where it belongs. It'll be like that.
And that's a good one. I think that's one where he flips off and busts
And the
his
valve
hands
cover on the other side, there's a choke that's actually attached to the exhaust manifold, or at least that's what somebody else did.
He thinks the valve that's in the fucking manifold's a joke. You can't make this shit up. Oh fuck.
It's basically a heat riser, bro. I mean, it's not that exact term. That's basically what it is.
No, Dad, it's a choke. It's got a cable that runs.
That's to help the car warm up, man.
Hey, Rich, where do you get a choke that goes in an exhaust manifold? I'm gonna buy 3.
That's his wastegate for his turbo. That car got so much fucking power in the factory.
Assuming that's the way I'm going to put it back. Then it's a timing chain. There's a lot of work that's got to be done here. So, like I said, I'm just giving you guys a...
Guys, you could clean them heads, have them back on the block, timing chain in, that engine assembled, with maybe at most a day and a half.
If you went slow, but if you really study busted ass on it, it went real hot outside something a day. You can do a head job on a small block Chevy in the car in a day. You should.
It takes me, no joke, at most 30 minutes to do a timing chain.
Pretty much like a preview of what's going to happen.
On something simple like
this
that.
I may not be able to do today. I'm going to probably have
not
to do this weekend because
but
I have to leave in less than an hour. So, but I wanted to give you guys a heads up.
You're gonna be around.
I want to take that fuel pump out too and clean that before I put that back in, and maybe I can take...
Here, Dad, they can't hear you. Why don't you say it again?
I mean,
I know you love saying
this cocksucker, dude. I just got out of my head, and here he goes mentioning. I'm going to be around a bunch of little kids that couldn't tell on me even if I wasn't appropriate.
A paintbrush with some diesel fuel and clean the bottom of the front of the block here and get all that sludge off. See how like this head's got all that grime on it and then this one doesn't? Well, that's what I want that one to look like. So that's the purpose of that.
So you guys, the formula is here, what you want. You want the cylinder heads to look brand new, and you want your block to look like shit. That way, when you pop the hood, you can say it's only got 61,000 miles, and it's only had one head job. Or in Rich's case, it's that way he can pop in and say, yeah, those are aluminum heads, I just painted them more, so that way.
Drawn off the outer box and nobody knows got the race here.
Let's see. Oh, yeah. Let me show you the area of the trunk.
Oh, man, it looks bad in there.
Which still got to be worked, but it's not as bad as it was. At least now I don't feel like I can put my foot through the car.
Wait a minute. I thought you said the car was solid. Floors, trunk, all that shit was solid.
I mean, you can't make it up, dude.
Oh yeah, when I first got this car, that was another thing that was funny. It didn't have keys. So I bought brand new locks. And the keys that I have...
Dad. Who would have thunk that a 57 Chevy that's 60-something fucking years old wouldn't have ignition keys or door keys even? Or a trunk key?
That was pulled out of a fucking swamp somewhere.
Look just like the originals.
Oh my God.
You know, it's part of the thing of what the Chevy guys do, you know, all that jazz. So I got the oil bath right there. I have the generator right there. And there's the fan and the pulley back there. I have a brand new fan belt around here somewhere. That's in the front. But right here, that's all pop riveted. I still got to do this here. And then I got to do this up here. But I sealed it up so there'll be no more water getting in here. That's over with.
Ouch.
Everything that'll run out will be running out along this border area.
Trunk
if it's
gutter?
Clogged up with any leaves, I'm just going to blow it out.
Trunk gutter?
So that way I don't have to worry about that.
Trunk gutter?
We have new
fucking
thermostat valves and gaskets.
I have everything I pretty much need here except for an oil pan gasket, which I could probably go and get that from any auto parts store.
Yeah, you don't need to just use
anytime I
silicone.
want. Okay,
Make
now
a gasket.
what I need to do yet, and this will be after I drop the oil pan. It's not really on there, it's just being held up by some lines and the suspension. But this is a connecting rod cap, which has to go back on the piston that I removed. And
look at the white lithium grease all over.
That's what I was pausing for.
That's white lithium grease, man. Rich, you are a genius, brother. I'll bet that thing had great oil pressure if you'd have ran it like that.
It had, well, the piston that was broken that I had removed and put a new piston on. So, this is...
Oh, yeah, now you get a good glimpse of it. This man literally uses white lithium grease as fucking engine assembly.
And then listen, guys. Here's a fact, man. And this is a fucking fact. You can Google it. It's in a manual someplace. When you do a bearing, guys, and you put your bearing in your cap, you don't ever grease between the bearing and the cap. You don't want anything between the bearing and the cap. You only want it between the bearing and the crank. You go adding anything between the bearing and the cap, you're taking up tolerances. You got to understand, you're talking about hundreds of thousands at a time.
Which is like a single piece of hair.
Yeah, a piece of paper. I mean, and so anytime you put something under the bearing, you're fucking up. You're asking for trouble. I mean, he's a genius, man. Why would that ever need lube?
And then
the bearing don't move in the cap, guys.
This is the tricky part, because see, I wouldn't have known this if I wasn't told this. See these two bolts?
Seeing that, he probably did torque
They
things
go
down in those
on the
too tight.
passenger side, and they actually hold the suspension in place. Okay, wasn't even aware of it, had no clue. If I didn't get the information from somebody I know, I would have never gotten the oil pan out, and none of that stuff would have come loose. But it pays to know
Mechanically
people.
inclined, though.
You know, they can help you out when you need it most, you know. And then these are oil pan screws.
Exactly, Will.
And I think there's a couple of, yeah, there's a couple of nuts for the exhaust manifold, because the exhaust manifold has
I see
three
fucking 300-pound of nuts.
nuts and bolts that hold them in place on both sides. Then I have to, they cannibalize the hell out of this car. I actually have to find another horn mechanism, and then I need two horns for
That means 200 fucking
underneath
some
the
people
hood,
saw
you
kind
know,
of
the
lost
actual
their
horn
hands.
itself. Now, this I went through hell in order to try and get this back together. But let's see if you can see it. Well, anyway, that's original dash. That's the way it's supposed to look, kind of, sort of. Right on the other side of the clock there's a piece that was actually cut out. And as you can see here, where's it in the back, I think, yeah. This was the actual old piece that was on the dash, or at least part of it. Let's see if we can see that. They cut out the area where Bel Air is and everything else, so I just ripped it out and bought another one. The guy I bought it off of wasn't aware that it was for a 57 Bel Air. He thought it was for a 64. So I usually shop around anyway. I try and get my stuff a little bit cheaper than, you know, full price like everybody else pays.
Again, there's a bearing move right there.
And again, I want to stress this. If you're just now coming to live stream, go back to the beginning of this live stream. Rich admits to being a nasty fucking map. And in return, his live stream chat is just done. Like, no, like the last 30 minutes, dude. Like, even, it might even be 40 minutes. Just nobody's talking to him, nothing like that. And I have never, in 7 or 8 months of watching this fucker shit, I've seen a live stream where he don't get a chat in fucking 45 minutes.
There's just, it's just too much anymore nowadays, you know what I mean? With everything else going on, the chaos that everybody's been going through. I wish this camera would stay still and stop flopping around like a, fish caught out of water. But I still got to make, what is it? I got the door panels made up for the front. I'm going to need one for the back. I might make both of them, because I'm going to change the material anyway. It doesn't make sense to have just one and not the other.
No, Don, I wish I knew his email. I sent him a message on Instagram, and I commented on his fucking TikTok.
That's going to be kind of stupid. Then I got to take these quarter glass window pieces out, in there in the back. And I actually have to paint them because they're the original green. And it's going to kind of look stupid with it being deep turquoise. And, I don't know what they would call that. It's actually Highland green, but it looks more like a candy apple green or something like that. Or oil.
Alright, guys, I'm bored. I am not going to watch no more of this shit. I will see you guys in the next one. We had a video drop about fucking 39 minutes ago on this guy named King Uzuli. He is just as bad as Rich. Go check that video out. I'll see all you guys in the next one. If you're new, hit that subscribe button. My name's Austin. My dad's name's Jack. We review a bunch of bad people on YouTube. Want to see real cars get built? Go check out Poor Man's Speech Up. Check out everybody in the channel description. Mako, Fasting. Everybody that's in the chat. All great people. Go give them some love if you're new. See you guys in the next one. Much love. Bye-bye. So, what do you think about that?